Yes, it's been like a decade, but I'm back. I'm not just back arbitrarily. I'm back because we smoking on that bungo pack, you feel me? While everyone else is sitting around crying, kumbayaing, and trying to have a protest to show Sony we really need this. Personally, I'm stomping on that damn grave. I want this game to stay dead. I do not think that Bungie deserves to make another game. I really don't want to see them try with this series again. And it's not because I don't like the series, but because I have zero faith, zero trust in the way that it's being handled by this company. Let me digress. Let's talk through why I feel this way. If we go back to Destiny 1, right? That game was my life. It was my social space. It was my hangout room. It was my sense of peace. It was my sense of adventure. It pretty much gave me the wonder that I felt the real world was missing. Obviously, Destiny Vanilla was cool conceptually, hella issues, but there was promise. And honestly, to have a good game, all you need is a committed team and the promise for a better vision. And truth be told, at that moment in time, Bungie had it. When the Taken King dropped, when that damn DLC dropped, when Crota's dad pulled up and said, nah, I want you, and then proceeded to murk Marasov, proceeded to blow up stuff, proceeded to start taking people left and right. All of a sudden, we got aliens that we've been fighting, looking different, moving different, tweaking high key. Them thralls used to scare me. I ain't gonna lie. They were bugging me out, bro. But that DLC was insane, bro, because for once, we really started to see what Destiny could be. Like, not just a video game about shooting aliens, but an intergalactic epic. A journey that forces you to rise to the occasion as a hero and quite literally save everyone and everything. That period of Destiny is like so special. I think it represents the best of what Bungie could produce. And even then, it just felt like there was still more to achieve. By that point in time, I was locked, bro. I was playing Trials every single weekend. By the way, I never went flawless, and this is something I still regret to this day. But I would grind it every weekend. That hope of maybe it's this time would just bring me back. I couldn't put the game down. In fact, I'd even say that, like, Destiny is the reason why the friends that I have today are still my friends. Not because we played till today, but because for those 4 years of high school, they weren't just my friends, they were my squad mates. They were my frontliners, my backliners, my supports, the people I could depend on, the people I knew could have my back, would res me if I fell. They were my fellow guardians. I know that sounds hella dramatic, but like, I think it's a real thing that if you go through something together, you bond more strongly. And we would go through raids together. We would go through the highs and lows of Trials together. We would go through these scary ass strike missions. And we would have all of these experiences where we have to collaborate, like Prison of Elders. And they built narratives, stories for us to talk about with one another in our real life. I wasn't just myself. I was the hunter that went invis and clutched up in Prison of Elders to save the run. My friends were now walking legends, tales of things that were impressive to witness. That period of Destiny meant so much to me. I remember when Rise of Iron came out, and Rise of Iron just had this new layer of storytelling, of folklore almost in Destiny. It was something more metal and medieval. It wasn't as future space oriented, but it almost felt like I got to relive part of the history that Destiny had been talking about, that I've only been really reading about through grimoires and, let's be honest, more so by watching My Name is Bife. So anyways, by the end of Rise of Iron, I really did feel like Destiny was moving in the right direction. Like, that was the game I wanted to play. I was willing to invest and join Bungie on their 10-year plan. Wherever they were gonna go with this, I wanted to go too. And because I had seen them time after time after time improve their formula, I was convinced that when Destiny 2 came out, it would be a good game. And so now you're gonna see where my love for this game starts transitioning to hate. Because when Destiny 2 released, it fundamentally ruined my relationship with Destiny. Honestly, it felt embarrassing to watch Destiny 2 walk every achievement Destiny 1 made back. Like, dead ass, playing Destiny 2 was shameful, bro. Like, I for real was embarrassed to play that game. On release, we're talking a story pitch about losing our powers that was resolved in like less than 2 missions. We're talking a PvP sandbox where all the fun, the chaos, the innovation that we had grown in Destiny 1 was removed in favor of like a CSGO, Rainbow Six Siege, team shot, 4v4 style game. Who the hell wants to do that? If I want a realistic shooter, why would I play Destiny? I'm saying, like, we only had like 1 super per game. Does that make any sense to you for what the fantasy of Destiny expects? I'm talking shaders that had numerical usages. So I can't just paint my armor whatever color. I have to be self-conscious about how many times I can paint my damn shoulder pad red before I lose red. Like, are we serious? I'm talking a paid game, but then the Eververse store. Oh, and also a battle pass. Like, bro, you're triple dipping on finances? I'm talking class subtrees that went from customizable nodes to 3 node pathways where you're kind of locked into them. I'm talking a story that was rushed and redesigned. Like Destiny 1 again. Like, bro, are you serious? I just could not justify time sinking and putting my heart into a game by a studio who was either so incompetent that they were damn near abusive to their audience, or intentionally abusive towards their audience and was showing that they basically did not care about you and that you were going to pay for whatever anyway so that they could put out whatever. So after Destiny 2 Vanilla, bro, I stopped playing that game. I'd come back maybe once or twice just for PvP, you know, nostalgia reasons, but I never paid for another DLC afterwards. From then on, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, I became a hate watcher. I was on the this game needs to die, because it was like witnessing the Nina situation from Full Metal. I was looking at an abomination. These concepts that I held dear were now amalgamated into something unrecognizable, something that should have never been. And the best way to me to rectify the situation was to put it down. Now back to present day with Destiny 2 being shut down, the game dying, Marathon underperforming, that game dying. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is kind of my ideal situation. I know this game means a lot to a lot of people, and I know even in Destiny 2, it kind of reached a better position from where it was in vanilla. But can we be like so for real for a second? Bungie does not know how to make this IP work. And if they do know, they sure as hell are doing a bad job of showing it. I think this entire concept needs to be redone by a different studio. Obviously, they can't call it Destiny. Obviously, they're not going to have the exact same setup. But an epic that has these RPG elements, that's still first-person shooter, that isn't necessarily something only Destiny can do. And I really do think we need a new studio behind the wheel of that idea, of that experience, of that space. It may not be called Destiny anymore, but we need a new Destiny, if you get what I'm saying. So my heart still goes out to all the employees. Obviously, this isn't what you want to experience. I know there's going to be layoffs, downsizing, if not a whole team being shifted to Marathon. And perhaps these are people who spent their entire professional career working with Destiny. This could be their baby. And yeah, so it for real sucks. It hurts to see these things happen to them. But to management, I couldn't care less. To Sony, Honestly, y'all cooked yourselves. You spent way too much for this game studio. Bungie, you get what you deserve. Quite literally, you guys have had every ample opportunity to make this game what it always could have been, and you always settled for less. You always gave us a theater stage when we wanted the world. And to anybody who wants to petition, is rallying together for Destiny to perhaps continue to exist, I mean, y'all do you. I'm not gonna hate, but I sure am gonna spectate, and I'm not finna participate. Anyways, thank you for listening to my rant. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.